Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in our Fortnite video. And in today's video, I have one very good tip I want to share with you guys in this video that I know can help a lot of you guys out when it comes to getting more wins here in Chapter 2 and also getting more kills and ultimately winning more gunfights. Definitely stay to the end of the video because I dropped 24 kills in this game. It's my highest kill game of this season, so a crazy good gameplay. So definitely stay to the end of the video. And before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway for Fortnite Chapter 2. If you guys want to be entered in this giveaway, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, make sure you guys turn on my post notifications so you guys can get notified for every single new video, and as well, leave a comment down below of your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into the giveaway. And real quick, if you guys want to support me as a creator in the item shop, my code is YoungHumor. So if you guys want to support me, definitely put in my code. It helps me out a ton. I definitely appreciate it. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Alright, so here in this video, I wanted to give you one tip specifically, and also I'm definitely going to break it down and fully explain what that means, and also go into everything you guys need to know. And also, I did drop 24 kills in this game. It was absolutely insane, my highest kill game of the season. I ended up dropping, and I posted a 23 kill game not too long ago, maybe a few days back. So I've had two very good games, and also had another 18 bomb that I'm about to post probably in my next video. But I do have a lot of good gameplays coming, but for this one specifically is my highest kill game of this season. So very good game. And so the one thing specifically that I wanted to be talking about, and something that definitely catches me off guard from time to time in this game that really can cause you guys to lose a lot of games like it has for me, and that is going to be not being super aware of your surroundings, so i.e. really getting tunnel visioned in gunfights. And what this means, if you guys don't know exactly what I'm talking about, this really has to do is, especially for myself when I play against these PC players who overbuild, crank 90s, and burn 3,000 materials on every single fight just for fun, just for some IG clips and a couple likes. Once you're running up against those players, it can be very annoying to deal with because you really want to kill that player. They're super annoying to play against, but you also do have to be aware of other teams that might be pushing from your sides, pushing from in front of you or behind you. It's just one of those things, especially those people that I was just talking about. They love to build to sky limit. I'm talking 20-30 stories up, just disregard for any rockets or anything coming to getting shots on them. They just want to build up as high as possible, crank as many 90s as possible, and get as many likes on Instagram, while also having their entire fan base tell them they're so cracked, they're so good. And you guys know what I'm talking about. But anyways, getting tunnel vision in fights can be the worst, and specifically when you are playing against players like that, just because they spend so much time in a gunfight. It's not like a 5, 10, 15 second gunfight. It's like a 2 to 3 minute gunfight depending on the player that you're playing against. And really, honestly, a lot of these players use their entire mat count, so really depending on the amount of mats that they have is going to determine how long the fight is going to last. So with that being said, you do have to be very cautious of getting shot in the sides, because that has costed me so many games where I'm in the middle of a fight, I'm shooting at a guy in front of me, and this guy starts cranking up some 90s. I'm trying to build up as well, and then of course the guy 200 meters away to my left is gonna shoot me with a sniper rifle, hit me for 100 damage, and pretty much cost me the game. And it really doesn't have to be people from that far with snipers, but there can be people that might be a little bit closer with the assault rifle that can get a lot more shots a lot easier on you, not just some lucky sniper across the map. But it does happen quite a bit where I end up getting third partied in that fight, and it could have easily been prevented if I was just really aware and really just trying to focus on and thinking 2 steps ahead. Because when you are fighting people, you do tend, at least for me, the most part, I do tend to kind of get tunnel visioned in that gunfight, to only focus on that player and kind of forget about, possibilities of people shooting me from my left, and also possibilities people shooting me from my right, and just pretty much any other direction other than the person that I'm fighting. And that could really be a downfall to a lot of you guys, and for me personally, when it comes to here in Chapter 2, because you don't have a launch pad, you can just jump to a different location, get a few heals off. wherever you are on the map, you're pretty much stuck unless you have a boat that you can just finesse and, get away pretty quickly. Other than that, you're stuck in the gunfight. You could try to spam build. There's a lot of things you could try to do, but you're not going to be moving very far very, very quick. So you do have to keep that in mind every single time that you approach the gunfight, because there can be people shooting at you from a lot of different directions. And usually I would say the best way to go about this, because there can be so many directions and it's hard to keep track of every single direction, especially when you're trying to fight another player. I always try to think during my fights, what is the highest possibility of if someone's going to shoot me right now, what direction would they probably come from? And you can really determine this by the zone. If you're close to a named location, i.e. like Salty Springs, you don't really go retail road too much, but you guys understand what I'm trying to say. If you're next to one of those locations, if you're close to the very middle of the map, you can just kind of have an idea what angle that people are going to try to get shots on you. Because there's sometimes if the zone's been closed for like a minute and a half, you just know people aren't going to be coming from behind you. Occasionally you will have the one bot that comes, that rotates a minute and a half late into the zone. Happens from time to time just because there's no launch pads, and some people just play really, really slow and just don't pay any attention whatsoever towards the zone and how close it is and how far it is. So that can happen, but majority of times, just for instance, like I said, if the zone's behind you, you can just assume for the most part, not every single time because there are going to be some crazy exceptions, but for the most part, every single player that you go against are going to be in front of you. So if you are in a gunfight to maybe your right, you know for sure that the only players who could be shooting at you are going to be from your left direction or maybe a little bit in front of you, but in any case, you'd probably see them. So that can give you a benefit during the fight. Not only are you going to be at least more aware of people trying to shoot at you, and in case it does happen, you know exactly where the other player could be, and you are prepared for it. And that's really the best thing you can do, because if you get shot from an unknown direction, happens all the time, and it's just one of those things you can't control. But if you have a very good idea, maybe you can do a few things to prevent it. So maybe during the fight, you build a little bit more in that direction. Or you could even build to the right side, so if there's a possibility, so you don't know, but there's a possibility that someone, if they were to come, would be to your left, and there's a player in front of you, you might be better off trying to attack from the right side, because if someone does come from that left side, the player that you are now fighting is going to be in the middle of that gunfight, so they're going to be the one to get pinched and not just you. So that can be a benefit to use, that can give you an advantage during that fight. Because minimizing things is always the best way to go about it, because you're never gonna, there's always gonna be that one dude hits that crazy lucky sniper shot from all the way across the map. Happens from time to time, and someone hits that crazy headshot. Someone shoots you from some direction that made absolutely no sense. Some dude rotated, 3 minutes late. The guy's coming out with like 2 HP and shooting you in the back. It happens. One of those things you can't really control. But the best thing you can do is be prepared for, at least, I would say be prepared for the most obvious, because a lot of people aren't going to be doing any one of those things really that unexpectedly. A lot of things in this game you can predict, like the movement that people do, the way they play. A lot of things are pretty predictable. So the best thing you can do is give yourself the best possible chance to win. You're not going to be able to win every single game, of course, but getting yourself the best possibility to win, making sure you don't get tunnel vision in every single gunfight you go into, so that if there are players to your left or right, you're going to have a pretty good idea, and at least if it does happen, you are prepared and not caught completely off guard, so you do have a chance to win in that situation, because getting pinched is the worst and really can be something to get out of, or it can be very difficult to get out of. I know a lot of players have a difficult time getting out of third parties, because just by the name, you're getting shot by multiple people at multiple different angles, and that can be very challenging from time to time. And if you guys apply this tip that I'm sharing with you guys in this video, I think it can really benefit you guys a lot, because this is something that messes me up from time to time, and it's just something that if I work on a little bit more, it gives me a little bit more prepared and allows me to win the gunfights that I'm in a lot easier than before, because I'm prepared if something were to happen. That's the best thing you can do for this game. And with that being said, that's wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys do drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, turn on my post notifications so you guys are notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.